Ah! Forgot to turn on the microphone, so hello! Jesus. I was trying to, I said, I was trying to get on about 15 minutes ago, but it wasn't meant to be, apparently. Streamlabs needed to update, and then my camera wouldn't connect, but it is now, as you can see. And the reason I was going to be half an hour late is because it has been a horrendous evening / afternoon as well, and I only just had dinner, so my goodness. But I'm here, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming for tonight. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for tonight, because I'm just wrecked. To be quite honest, I'm just wrecked. Freaking. I was just trying to get my phone connected to Streamlabs, and that's being a douchebag. Oh my god. Really? Oh, wait. Copy. Okay. Da-da-da. I hate when things are just difficult for the sake of being difficult. Oh, fur! Talking about things being difficult, I just want to log into Twitch. And of course, Twitch is like, put in your security message from this email that you will have received from us. And of course, it takes me ages to get the email that they send me every single time. It takes ages. Oh no, today it's nice and quick. All right. Blah 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 blah. Yes, authorize. Hey, here we go. Okay. We are connected. Huzzah. What now? Okay, it's just Dropbox. That's fine. Thanks, Dropbox. I'm plugging in my watch. My watch is starting to cark it, and the battery's just kind of shit. But I don't have another watch. Okay, so stitching. Oh, we've got some lovely shadows happening. Lovely. Don't we all just love shadows? Ooh, I don't want that colour. I want that colour. Okay. So, I didn't need to I didn't need to remake the thing that you see up there, the pattern I'm stitching image, because I've streamed myself working on this already, which is just glorious. I don't need that pen. So I'm not going to be doing it in this thing where I hold it against the table because it's tiny, and that always is difficult to do. Okay, so where are we at? I need to do hair and I need to do decorations. And now my wrist is starting to hurt. And we need some music. Let's have some music. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have music. I'm going to listen to more SciShow stuff. Look how cute these scissors are. So I've been still watching Doctor Who, and I'm getting closer to the end, which is nice in a way. I mean, I kind of hate finishing a series that I've been enjoying. Like a prime example is I still haven't watched the very final episode of Schitt's Creek. Which is I can't explain why. I just haven't. The only thing I can think of is that I just don't want to have an episode that I haven't seen before. Like I want it to be I want there to be more, I guess. Like a prime example is Firefly. When I watched that, did not know that it had been cancelled by the time I watched it. And so, like, I was shattered when I found out it was just, that was it. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I can't explain it. This weird thing that I have. But my point is, I've been watching Doctor Who, so I'm obviously up to Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, which I like her rendition. And the other thing is, I eventually started liking Peter Capaldi. It took a while, but I got there. 1, 2, 3. There-ish. But I wasn't really terribly sad to see him go. But the main reason I'm like pumped about catching up with Doctor Who is because Google, as I have a Google Pixel phone, and I think it's on all Android phones, but I have like this section on my phone where Google suggests shit to me, and I guess it knows that I watch Doctor Who, and yeah, it just keeps trying to spoil stuff for me. It's frustrating. And of course, at the moment, and I know this because of the app that's trying to spoil shit for me, we're wrapping up Jodie Whittaker's rendition of the Doctor. And I'm just like, I don't want to know who the next one is if I can help it. I'm gonna find out. Like, it's just inevitable. I have access to the internet, you know? It's gonna get spoiled. It keeps trying to like tell me that her send off is so epic and shit like that. Like, I don't want to see it. Don't show me. I haven't even finished watching her stuff yet. Come on. I just kind of hope that the next version of the Doctor is a person of color. That would be cool. Oh, and the other thing that it keeps trying to talk to me about is the 60th what's it called? 60th anniversary episode with what's his face? The ninth Doctor. I can't remember what his name is. Eccleston or something. And then he's just being a giant poo head about it, pretty much. I'm like, okay. Oh. Hi, not stopping long as I'm getting back into home stuff that I thought I'd drop in for a bit. How's your little doing with her sore ear? She is fine at the moment. I had to put it bluntly for her that if she did not take her medicine that she has to take now for 10 days, that it would not be good for her, basically. It would not end well for her. So she decided that every time she takes her medicine now, she is going to have a drink of water straight away and a banana. I'm like, whatever the fuck works, I don't care. Just have your goddamn medicine. Because I was stressed to the max by that point. Because it was shower night tonight for the girls. And shower night is always terrible. It's true, it will get way worse. Yeah, exactly. But not just that, like, it would get worse for her because we would just have to, like, hold her down and force her to drink it. So, just take your friggin' medicine. But yeah, she did not do very well at the doctor. She was screaming. I had to, like, squeeze her against me. While they cleaned out her ear to see what was going on. She just kept screaming, "Let me go, let me go." She tried to be clever. They hadn't started just yet. Like the doctor was just about to start clearing out her ear, and she's pulled the just give me a second. And I'm aware of that trick of hers because she tried that when she had her COVID booster, and that was a tactic to ready her body in a way that it could not happen. So I'm sorry, child, but I'm aware of your sneaky tactics. So that request of just give me a minute or give me a second did not get met. Oh, and the best part was I brought a cookie with me to give to her as a, like, you know, after everything's done. You know, good job, you did it. It's like we had these like single serving cookies that are just packed with protein. Basically, they're not like good for you, but they've got extra protein, and I thought that might actually be a good thing for Alex, but just because she's not eating that much. Okay, phone. All right, righto. Yeah, I know phone. I know watch. Thanks. Anyway, so I had this cookie, and we get to the car, and I'm like, you did it. Good job. Um, do you want this cookie? And she's first thing she says is, "How big is it?" I'm like, I don't know. It's like normal size cookie. It's not small. And it was like it's like the size of this, or maybe a bit smaller, but it's a decent sized cookie. And she's taken one look at it. She hasn't even touched it. She's looked at it and she's gone, "I don't want it. It's not big enough." I'm like, "Whoa, okay, I'll remember that." Jesus, smartass. She did not get a cookie, by the way. Oh, and she had the gall on the way home to say something like, "What can I get at home instead because I didn't have a cookie?" I'm like, dinner. I don't like that positioning. Let's go back, please. Here we go. Yeah, I was not going to give her another treat option. Just because she did not like the size of the cookie that I'd brought for her at dinner time. Charlie saw it when we got home. She's like, "Me?" I'm like, "No, sorry, baby." Red. Look at this red. Isn't it bright? Not to mention you had to hold her down to get her treat at you. Exactly. No, it was definitely a cookie of, "You did it. Thank you for not biting my ear off," or something like that. Because she was already freaking out about how much it hurt when I just tried to clean her ear. Because I didn't realize how bad it was until I tried to clean her ear once we got home from school. And then um, when I was obvious, I must have been obvious in some way that there was definitely something wrong, and she realized, like, she caught on to that. Like, I felt like I was pretty cool about it. I was pretty chill. Didn't help that I had blood on my shoulder because I was giving her a cuddle, and it happened to be that ear that was laying against me. Um, yeah, she was nervous. She's just nervous about medical stuff in general. It started with just her teeth, and now it's just everything that could be medical related. The doctor was like, "Has she had trauma related obsessions with doctors?" I'm like, "No, this is just all in her head. This is just all her doing. She's never had anything to cause or trigger this kind of reaction. She just works herself up." to this point. It's frustrating, but she's only 5, so... These are a lot smaller than the original. They're still cute though. Can't see her going for a job as a doctor, dentist, nurse. Well, she might even be like, as long as it's not happening to me, then I'm all good. But she was very chill about when Josh was sick. Thankfully, after she'd had her drinking medicine, because I want to say oral and oral, but they're basically the same sounding word, at least how I pronounce them. So the drinking medicine, it took her quite a long time to drink that. And then when Josh and I pointed out that the medicine that was going in her ear was the exact same thing that all 3 of us have used at some point in the last 4 months. So, you know, we all know that it's fine. And I figured out that if she just slowly counts to 5, and I'll make sure that I'm done by the time she gets to 5, then that worked out well. So we got there in the end. But anyway, I'm not really feeling like stitching too much tonight, just because it was a bit of a bitch of a day. Kinda just want to go to bed. How often per day do you have to do this? I have to do it twice a day. The medicine she has to take, she has to drink. She has to have that with food. And the best part is, if it upsets her stomach, then the pharmacist has suggested that she has yogurt. And of course, she doesn't like yogurt at the moment. So when I told her that that was what needed to happen, if her tummy starts feeling grumbly, she was just like, ew. I'm like, fuck. The alternative, child, is you have to take probiotics. But you're not going to like those. So, yeah. We'll see how we go. I think Charlie was just happy that it wasn't her having to take all the medicine and stuff, because it usually is her. Like, skin conditions that she has and stuff. And the fact that, you know, she takes ADHD medication every morning. It's Alex's turn. At least I can reason with Alex, and I can and she can understand when I tell her that with the medication that she's going to be drinking twice a day, she has to have food with it or else she will be sick. Whereas with Charlie, if I told her that, she would just go in one ear and out the other, because her ADHD medication has it kills her appetite, and she just forgets that she needs to eat. So like with Charlie, I will literally give her breakfast, like physically hand it to her, and she'll look at it and she'll talk about it, and then she'll put it down, and it's completely out of her mind, because she's like, it's just disappeared from her head, from her mind. So when she was on antibiotics that she needed to eat with, That was just so tricky. I was like, the entire morning was just me constantly saying, Charlie, have some food. Take a bite. I'm going to stand here and watch you take a bite. True, you usually use Charlie, isn't it, dear? Hanging. Yeah. But yeah, we're not worried about Charlie and her lack of appetite or anything. It's a very common side effect of the medication she's on. And she was already on the heavier side for her height and age. So now she's just like average. I don't know if you can really see them on the screen. Yeah, you kind of can. It'll look better once it's washed too. I just gotta remind myself that. I'm gonna put one right there. And that'll make up for the missing one. Yeah, I'm not gonna stream for long tonight. Last week was good. I got designs done. Just, yeah, I mean, apart from it being a terrible day today, I was feeling achy and tired and been dicked around by professionals this week. Today's one was I was expecting a phone call at 10:30, like a booked-in phone call appointment, to gather information about Charlie. And I sent an email at 10:45 saying, I have an appointment later that I cannot miss. I was expecting a phone call. Is it going to be happening? And I put it nicer than that, but you know, it was pretty much like a "what the fuck's going on, buddy" kind of email. And I got one back like half an hour later saying, "I'm really sorry, I was in a meeting that ran an hour late." I'm like, come on. So that meeting's been pushed back a week. It's a thing to help Charlie. So like a mentorship thing that is local to the area, which is with high school students, so that should be good. Hopefully, it's good. Alright, so that's the border, and now I just gotta do hair. And then today, and the appointment I had that I said to the guy I had was having, was the optometrist, and it was on time and all of that, but I had to get my eyes dilated. So I'm like walking around the supermarket and I'm like trying to read stuff. I'm just like, I really don't. I have been putting off hair. Like, this is the other thing I have to work on, and I did start hair at least on this piece, but I've been putting off hair for like 2 weeks now. Yeah, I know why with this one. It's because I've done this piece already. I'm like just angry about the fact that I'm having to do it again. It's not the customer's fault. It's fucking post office. I have to put all these colours away at some point. Anyway. It's cute. That is extremely rude of them. If they are stuck in a meeting, they should let you know and not make you chase them up. Not fun when your arms aren't long enough. Gonna head off. We'll catch up at the end of this. I'll tell you later. I have something night with you. At least I do grow poor. No problem. I'm going to bring up the photos of the couple. That's what I'm trying to say. The photos of the couple. No, it's in 2021, isn't it? And ornaments. Here we go. Yeah, why are you not opening JPEG files naturally, computer? What the hell? Anyway. Oh man, I remembered I did the guy's hair like so good. I'm gonna bring up the photos I took of the piece to refer off those as well as the photos of the couple. I did his hair so good. I'm not bitter or anything, am I? Alright. Well, let's do this. We'll do the guy's hair. I don't know what I feel like is more harder at the moment. Some days it's guy's hair and some days it's girl's hair. Or no, I should specify that better, sorry. Some days it's short hair and some days it's long hair. So we will see whether or not... Oh, this freaking guy has facial hair? Oh, shit. I didn't do facial hair on the last one. What do the other photos look like? Today is not my day. At all. There's my customer. There she is. I have to look it up. No? Okay, it finally updated. Yeah, he's got facial hair. Oh, how did I miss that last time? Okay. Well, I'm glad I noticed it just now. Alright. I will give him facial hair first, so I do not forget. Normally, I cross-stitch facial hair, but I am not unpicking this. Because I would just really like to get it out the door. Okay. So he's got like a little goatee kind of thing. Kind of like my husband's facial hair. Oh, I have not embroidered facial hair in a while. Hopefully this doesn't look terrible. I'll cut it out if it does. Come on, needle. Oh, okay. I gotta unpick some of it because I didn't line it up properly. Come on. Oh, that's the other thing that freaking happened today. I was working, even though I had my eyes dilated, I was stitching while I was waiting to pick up my kids from school. So I was like holding it like this. But I discovered that I need to unpick more of that. There's a whole section that I've stitched 10 squares over to the right. So it's like way off. So I'm not bitter about that or anything. Thankfully it's nowhere near as much stitching as the other part that I've had to unpick and redo. But it's 2 separate colours. I don't know why, that just kind of makes it just as shitty. Okay. Oh, what the fuck is happening? I'm gonna have to stop soon. Before I lose my freaking mind. I need to get a sharp needle. Yes, I was trying to do that all with a round tipped needle. Because I'm a numpty. That's a tapestry needle. That's a ginormous sharp needle. I don't want chunky ones. Please. Oh, shit. I need to buy some new sharp needles. Just keep snapping them and losing them and yeah. Alright. Of course this has a tiny eye. There we go. Okay. Up hidden Streamlabs. There we go. I mean, it kind of looks like him, I think. Like I said, I usually do men's facial hair with just cross stitches. Oh well. I'm glad I noticed that. That's at least something beneficial about redoing this piece. And then I did like a sweet like sweeping thing. hair's a bit sticky uppy. That'll calm it down a bit. Yeah, there we go. God, he looks like a totally different person with facial hair. I guess the point is that no two pieces are ever alike when it comes to hand embroidery. I can hear my husband complaining about something in like a playful way. Hopefully it's a playful way. Come on. I will be so happy when my customer receives this. And like, I know it's not lost in the mail, anything like that. It will be a good day. It's not anywhere near as good as the original, but it's pretty close, unless I like take the whole thing out and do it again, and I'm not willing to do that. But the more important thing is it looks like his hair, and he has facial hair this time. So I'm pleased. Come on. Oh, on the topic of Doctor Who, I don't have this spoiled for me, and like I haven't looked it up or anything, but I am hoping that we get more River Song now that there's a female Doctor, because I just would think that would be funny. Could be funny, not necessarily would be, but it could be amusing and entertaining. Alright, now I remember stitching this woman's hair and having such a tough time with getting it sitting right. I need to change my picture, reference picture, there we go. Because I am not great about her kind of hairstyle, like stitching her kind of hairstyle. I was happy. I was happy with how I had it looking in the end, but like I felt like I could have done better. This needle will be the death of me tonight, I swear. Anyway, alright, so work from the bottom. Where's my camera? Work from the bottom. Phone's distracting me. Oh, come on, needle. Ah! Keep looking at my phone. I'm getting notifications popping up. Okay, and then we're gonna go here. Out to here. I don't know, I just struggle with the layering. Ow. I just squeezed the crap out of my finger. Now my foot's cramping. It's a great night. It's a great night. I'm loving everything. Having a blast. Alright, let's try this. And then what if I go like this? Stop looking at your phone, Kate. Shiny and distracting. Ah! I did it again. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I just got a part that sits like over here. We'll do it in the middle. Oh, stop it, Kate. Sorry, it is probably not the best night to be doing this. I just realized like I haven't had my chat open for ages, but no one said anything, so that's all good. And I did a I did a really nice kind of swoop to her hair, and I added in blonder colors to it because she does have a very oops, obvious blonde streak in the front of her hair. So, hey, trying to get this rounded part of the head sitting right sometimes. I covered up her ear. Why isn't that sitting right? We'll tack that down. So I'm not doing very well at keeping it on screen. Okay, I can just fill in that little bit there. And do some little stitches for the other side. And I'm about to run out of floss. Hello, this is looking awesome. Thank you. Oh, hi. Thanks for the follow. So this is the second time I've stitched this piece. I'm not at all bitter, but the posties lost the original. I've gotta cut this bit of floss off because it's getting a bit short. I love the doggy. Thank you. I will admit that the dog is looking so much nicer than the original. So that's something. And I realized not like 15 minutes ago, maybe about 15 minutes ago, that the man has facial hair. And I didn't do that in the original stitch. So there has been some good come out of redoing this piece. Why did you decide to stitch it again? I did not decide. I'm just a nice person. I did not want my customer to miss out on something that she paid for. So I'm stitching it again. she filed like a claim through the post office, and like did her due diligence of trying to locate where the original one went, and the end result of that was sorry. So yeah. Well, that's a good call. Got to keep them coming. Yeah. I'm absolutely going to be sending this one through a different mail carrier, because this is the second time that a piece of mine has been lost. This one is nowhere near as bad as the original. The original was a wedding piece. So that was heartbreaking. I just want to know where it went. Like, it feels like the only logical thing is it got misdelivered and some random has stitch people portraits of not their family. Like, that's just weird to me. Like, why wouldn't you just do return to sender? Do you do a lot of people's stitches? I do. Not as much as I'd like, I'll be honest. I thoroughly enjoy doing portraits, but I always have at least one in the works. At the moment I have 3. I haven't started one of them yet. I've got the pattern designed. And this is the other one I've got happening at the moment, which is almost done. I just got to do hair on her. And the other one is, the pattern is here. I want to get, oh, I got the hiccups. I want to get these 2 done before I get started on that family one. Looks cute even if they're some random people. I feel like if it was me, if I received a package that was like obviously expensive or meaningful or something like that, I would at least do return to sender. Or in the past, if I've gotten something like an Amazon package or whatever, I just go and give it to the house that it's supposed to go to. But maybe I'm just a sucker. Ow! Oh my god, I keep stabbing my thumb today. Thank you very much. Oh, that hurt. I'm going to be stopping soon, by the way, because I've had a shocking day and everything just feels like it's going wrong tonight. So just a heads up. This woman's hair is not sitting right. Oh, that hurt so much. That was like in the fleshy bit of my thumb. It's true. I don't think we've ever had that. I only get my neighbor's letters. Oh, yeah, I got like a whole stack of my neighbor's letters the other day. Thankfully, it was like 2 doors down, and our mailboxes are like a row of about 5 or 6 of our houses. So it was just like, oh, okay, put it in this one, you know. My daughter was with me and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, delivering mail. Thank you. Should be. What have I got on tomorrow? I'm just gonna look at my calendar. I think I have nothing on tomorrow. Oh my god, I have nothing on tomorrow. That's amazing. That's the first time this week. Yeah, that's the first time this week. Oh, hey, daylight savings starts this weekend. Daylight savings starts this weekend. I used to like daylight savings. Like, what's this one? No, I like it when daylight savings ends. That's right, because you get the sleep in. But since becoming a parent, daylight savings sucks. Trying to convince your kids that it's actually time to go to bed, or you need to get up because it's time to get ready for school. It's just the worst. We don't really have mailboxes on our street. We're the only ones with a mailbox, which is why I think they dropped. They just expect you to like hand out everyone's letters or something. I thought everywhere had to have a mailbox. Like it was some kind of law or something, I don't know. Maybe I just am imagining things. Ugh, this needle's too skinny. Alright, well, it's nothing like the original stitch that I did, but I don't hate it. I do need to add some lighter blonde bits. What? Okay, Streamlabs, thanks. I don't think we do like daylight savings anytime soon. Oh. Where are you? No, if you don't mind me asking. I'm in Washington. Washington State. Let me look it up, because it is March. Daylight Savings 2022. Yeah, it's starts on Sunday. Happens to start on my brother's birthday. Not that he lives in America. Wonder when daylight savings ends for Australia. I'm not going to look that up. Can't be bothered. Okay, so I'm going to add these highlights in before I add too much extra bulk to her hair. Go back to Streamlabs. I'm from and in Mexico. Ah, awesome. Well, as you can probably tell, I am not from America. I am Australian. I just live here. I've been living here for a bit over 6 years now. My husband and I are both Australian. I need a lighter yellow. I need this so I can find a good match for the yellow. I've got my Real Floss color card, which is super pretty. Oh, driver spaces. Oh, thanks, Dropbox. Thanks. You're a bro. Yeah, I was thinking that color actually. Let's do that. 677. Ow. That hurts. Look, I stabbed my thumb. I'll do that so it doesn't focus on the thing. Maybe it's too close. Oh, come on, camera. Whatever, you can kind of see it. The little red mark there. I've left like a little bruised, poked bit. That's cool. I'd love to visit Australia. It looks nice. Everyone would love to visit Australia, and I recommend it. I think it is a beautiful place, and I am likely just biased and envious because I want to go back to Australia so bad soon. To visit family and be a tourist in my home country, because like my oldest was 18 months when we moved, and my youngest was born in America. And we've only been back to Australia once since we moved, and it was almost exactly 3 years ago. So, like, my youngest was 2 years old when we went to visit last time, so she doesn't even remember it. Yeah, that went on a bit of a tangent. I recommend it, is my point. Done that. It's like a tiny stab. It literally is a tiny stab. It's the worst. Oh, we are not going to need many of these stitches. That is light. That's what I want, because that's what her hair looks like. Try not to stab myself any further. Okay, we'll do one midway. No, I can hear my husband. He's getting wrecked in Destiny, it sounds like. We'll do one around there. Okay, well, let's look at the photo. Okay, we'll do... just unthreaded my needle. We'll do a couple of little highlights like down here. And here. And we'll do one at this bit, but just like part way through. Yep, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Would you move back? I like living here, but would totally move somewhere even just... Oh, I would move back, absolutely. Yeah, I love Australia. And miss it a lot. But we have roots here now. Like, you know, my kids are at school, and my oldest is special needs, so she has like all her therapies. And that's the other thing, like, man, my camera is struggling to focus. The therapies that she needs are a lot better quality in America than they are in Australia. So, like, that's super important for us, obviously. So, yeah, I would, but it would have to be the right thing for us to do. I'll zoom in so you can see. But that's done. Hallelujah. Actually, no, it's not done. I need to sign it. It's very important. I have to sign my work. Highly recommend everyone signs their stitches. I even have a blog post about it. Visiting is still nice. Exactly. And we have lots of things we can do when we go there. Like, both of our families are over there. Sorry, I'm doing a thing quickly. Yeah, I like the idea of being a tourist in my own country. Probably sounds a bit strange. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm doing. That's just basically because then it's right there in the chat for because I upload these to YouTube afterwards. That's just about signing pieces. It's a blog post that I've done. Okay. The little pin. Oh, my needle minder. Yeah, it says cool things. Oh, I gotta zoom out, don't I? Looks awesome. I never saw that, Ada. Oh, this is sparkly. Is it picking up? It is. I had some left over from my because this is so basically in a nutshell, just after Christmas and before the New Year, I opened up my commissions for any like a very limited amount of ornaments for people that either like had just started following me or they missed out and they're seeing like all my other ornaments that I'd posted that month and had a bit of FOMO basically. Um, and so I had 2 orders for belated Christmas ornaments. This is one, and the other one has been sent off and was absolutely fine in the mail, which is good. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah, and so I for all my ornaments I bought all this like super sparkly Ada just because festive and all that, and I had this tiny little square left. So hooray! I was trying to remember how they're called. Needle minder. I have to make my own because there's not that many cross stitch in Mexico. Just like basic things. Yeah. Well, they're easy to make if you can get enamel pins, which you can buy enamel pins all over the internet. Then they're easy to make. I've made a couple. I have a bunch of enamel pins to turn into needle minders. Never thought of signing with white. Well, this is actually so. I always sign my pieces in a color that is very similar to the fabric. So this is actually DMC 1. No, this is 762. So this is like the lightest grey. So it's just visible, but it doesn't take away from the piece itself. And that's what I do. So like if I'm stitching on like a sand color Ada, then I'll use a a light brown basically. And if I'm stitching on black, then I'll use a really dark grey. And there we go. So it's super minimal, and you probably can't even see it. I can't even see it. I can see it in real life. So there's TLK apostrophe 22, and so I always sign the year that I finish a piece. I got some pins, and sometimes I use whatever looks okay, and I can glue some magnets on. Nice. You probably can't see it very well. If I move over here, this is my needle minder like display, and they're mostly enamel pins because I need to turn all the enamel pins that I've gotten into needle minders. And I was doing it. I was making I made like half a dozen of them, and then my metal cutters broke. So I had to buy some new ones, and I only just bought a new pair like 2 weeks ago, and they're still downstairs. So plus, the other reason I haven't done it yet is because I want to make it into a blog post. So when I do it, I'm going to need to take pictures and videos, basically. Alright, so that piece is done! Hooray! Oh, that's why we're having errors, are we? Please check your streaming and recording settings. Oh. Oh. Okay, I need to do something real quick. Oh, no! Oh, it's okay. I know what's happened. I do need to do something real quick, though. Streaming. My computer's running out of hard drive space, basically. So let's go all them, and then we go. Oh Jesus, yeah, no wonder. Shift delete. Yes. Look at that. I've cleared up so much space. Congrats. Thank you. Yay! It's all done. Alright, but then I gotta do this one. What's the time? 10 o'clock. Do I really want to? There's my sharp one. This is the needle minder I have for this piece. It says witchcraft and artistry. No? Yeah, artistry. It looks way better in person when it doesn't have so much glare. It's all glittery here. It's very cool. This was one of the ones I turned into a needle minder. That was an enamel pin initially. Well, let's put my little cool things one back up here. Stream looks fine to me. Oh yeah, no, the stream's fine. Whenever I stream though, I record my stream. And then I take that recording and I put it on YouTube because Twitch only saves streams for I think like 3 weeks. And so it was recording like it was supposed to, and then I didn't realize that it stopped recording because I ran out of hard drive space. But the thing is, I had the saved recordings from back, like, I just deleted 19 recordings basically. So however long ago that is, that's like 5 months worth of streams because I only stream once a week. So yeah, and each stream was like anywhere between 15 and 20 gig. So it's no wonder I ran out of hard drive space. Looks awesome. I'd like to get some proper needle minders, but shipping to Mexico is more expensive than the needle minders. Yeah, I know what you mean. When I was in Australia, it was the same thing. You could download the VOD after it's over. Yeah, that's what I'll do. It just obviously takes a long time to download, and I like to upload overnight. So basically, like once the stream finishes, normally I would jump on YouTube and just chuck it on, and it would upload and would be finished at like 3 in the morning or something. Anyways, I should do this. I should get this done. I have so many needles for this piece. Let's do something about that. Yeah, we're not going to use that chunky one. That one can go away. Okay. Takes forever. Yes, it does. Especially when I do my usual stream length, which is usually 3 hours. I normally start at 8 and go until about 11ish. But today I started at 8:45 because it was a shit of a day, and I didn't get to have dinner until I was supposed to start streaming. So I started late, and I don't think I'm going to be going for another 55 minutes because I'm tired and stuff. tired and stuff. That works. Okay, I got all these floss. I gotta put all of this away later. We've got it on set focus. There we go. That hoop can go away. I'm going to be framing it in a 3-inch hoop anyway. This one, oh no, wrong bag. This one needs this one. So this is a teacher gift for my youngest daughter's teacher. And normally I would wait until Teacher Appreciation Week, which is good in theory. Like, it's good to show appreciation for teachers in general. But, oh my god, there are so many fucking micro holidays in this country. It's ridiculous. So this is not a thing in Australia. But anyway, regardless of that, normally I would make these for May, but my daughter's kindergarten teacher is pregnant and she is starting maternity leave in 12 days. And I don't want to miss out on giving her a teacher gift, so I am getting it ready. My youngest daughter's number of teachers is much more tolerable than my oldest's because, as I mentioned, my oldest is special needs, so she's in like the special education class and she has a multitude of para-educators and she has school therapists and private therapists, and I need to figure out where to draw the line. Are they wearing masks? Yes, they are wearing masks because for the entire school year up until tomorrow, they had to wear masks. And this is actually like one of my daughter's masks, a little cross-stitched rendition of it. It's like a little cat face. I'll zoom in on it I'll bring it up closer in a sec. Come on, there we go. So it's this kind of pink color and it has little whiskers and a nose. And this is meant to be a unicorn. I'm going to add sparkles to it so it shows up a bit better. And I just kind of had to guess on what to dress her in. Thank you. I thought it was really adorable. I like doing all the little details. I do my own family each year. I have 3 of them here. Because the other ones I've got are framed on in our house. But I technically haven't finished these. So this is obviously 2019. And the reason they're not finished is because every piece I do like a little decoration on the sides of the years, and I can't figure out what to do for these 3. So that's our family then. And then that's the next year. I've picked up the needle I just loaded. So we're all wearing masks there because that was the start of COVID. And I do them all at how we look at the end of that year in question. So this is what we look like in December of 2020. So that's that year. And I like this one because her top's all sparkly. And I did turkey work on her cardigan. So it's all fuzzy. And then this one's last year. I didn't want to do masks again. And yes, I am in a moon boot because I broke my toe and I was wearing a moon boot during December of 2021. So the consensus was, when I asked my Instagram and while I was streaming about whether or not I should stitch the moon boot, the consensus was resounding yes. So I did the moon boot. And I've only just, like, as you can see, my hair is totally changed because I started to embrace my actually curly hair this year. Well, last year, not this year. So, yeah. Not particularly pleased with my husband's hair there, but he can deal. And I changed the way I stitch cats too. So there's the kitties, how I used to do them. And then this is how I've done them now. So yeah. So I went back and did my little family unit from 2012 for each year. My husband and I got together in 2002, but nothing really changed for 10 years. So yeah, I didn't go all the way back. Of course, the moon boot had to be there. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still dealing with the broken toe at the moment. The orthopedic surgeon I saw back in December was like, yeah, that's probably going to take like a year to heal. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And no, don't think he was kidding me. I didn't lose the toenail yet. Still have that gory thing attached to me. And when I say gory, I mean gory. It is gnarly looking. The new toenail is trying to push it away. It's pretty gross. Was it painful? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did it on Halloween. So backstory. We got a puppy in mid-October. After wanting to get a dog for a long time. Boyfriend broke his pinky and it was horrible to look at. Oh god, completely bent. Oh god. No, I shattered my big toe. Like, shattered it. It didn't just break, it like exploded inside my toe. But yeah, so the backstory is we had a dog. We don't unfortunately anymore, and that's a long story, but we actually the crux of it was mid-December we decided he wasn't a good fit for our family. We went through a breeder to get him, so we talked with the breeder and we gave it back to her, and while he was still a puppy, and he instantly got a new home like that day. But anyway, so we had a dog, Halloween, puppy, energetic, whole 9 yards. I'm thinking to myself, oh crap, we have people coming to trick or treat. And he's excited because the doorbell's ringing. So I should set up a barrier in front of our front door. We have this gorgeous dining table bench seat that is super heavy and pretty tall. It needs to fit your butt. So it's if you put it on its side, it's pretty wide. And I'm like, I'll use that as a barricade in front of the front door. Great idea. So I pull it out and I start to flip it on its side, and we have hardwood floors, and I didn't think about that, and it's just kept sliding and gone face down onto my foot. I don't know how it didn't break my other foot. I don't even really remember how it fell onto me, like, because it was a split second that it all happened. And I remember my body's reaction was to shove rip my foot out from underneath it, and I just like fell into a heap and was screaming because it was so painful. But yeah, the dog thought it was great because I'm like making a lot of noise and I'm on the floor. My husband's come running from the kitchen because he was sorting out dinner. I scared the shit out of my children. Both of them were like near me at the time. No, not close enough, thankfully, to have been hurt at all. But one of them was like in the dining room, which was like the room off the front door, and the other one was kind of down the hallway with full view of what had happened as well. And they're just frozen, like, oh my god, mum's in pain kind of thing. And my husband's just like, what happened? What happened? Because I'm unable to talk because I'm in shock. And yeah, needless to say, I did not go trick or treating that night. Instead, I propped myself up in front of the front door and cross stitched while hobbling to give out candy to kids that were coming to our house, while wrestling the dog from running out the front door to greet said people. And once my kids had been put to bed, I went to the emergency room. So, yeah, and where they took, an x-ray, of course, because, like, based on that story, who wouldn't take an x-ray? And the doctor that was at the ER was in awe of what my bone looked like. He was like, it's so pretty. I'm like, that's not really the word that I would choose, to be honest. And he's gone like, he said something like, can I get your phone? Can you put it on camera and I'll just borrow your phone for a second? I'm like, sure. He's gone and taken photos of the x-ray for me. Did I get, yes, I still have the photos. Hang on. I will find them. Hang on. Because I think it's super interesting. Like, now that it's been 5.5 months, to me, it's really interesting that our bodies can put bones back together. At the time, I was like, this is terrible. October 31st. That's that's what I got set up with after the x-rays and stuff. I don't want to see. Don't know if I want to see it at the same time. Exactly. Well, okay, this is what it looked like. This is like from the outside. This is what it looked like about 2 hours later. So you can see that I've ripped, like how I've ripped my foot out from underneath. And then that's top down for the x-rays. So you can see, I won't touch it with my finger or else I'll mess up the screen. You can see that there is not supposed to be there. That's meant to be one whole bone in one piece. And then that's the side view where this is not supposed to exist. And that's like on an angle. So all of this is supposed to be connected. I did a good job. I've never broken a bone, and I had never broken a bone prior to this either. I do not recommend. I had done like a bunch of hairline fractures in my wrists and my ankles, because I used to do taekwondo and netball. Obviously, taekwondo was wrists, and netball and taekwondo was my ankles. So fractures are like tolerable in a way. Broken bones, do not recommend at all. And because it was my toe, like they couldn't really do much. You can't, put a cast on it. So yeah, I had a moon boot. I got out of the moon boot after 12-ish weeks, I think. And even then I was nervous about doing that. because it was taking a long time to heal. And it's still healing. Like I said, I did a number on it. I won't stick my foot in this in the stream. But basically, like for the first 2 to 3 weeks, after I broke it, it blistered and the skin just like went haywire trying to heal and fix all the swelling that had happened. So thankfully all of that's gone. Like that went ages ago. I'm not doing this on screen very well. And now it's all just a mangled looking toenail. And it's actually still really swollen too, actually. And kind of concerned about it, I'll be honest. Because it still hurts, and it's, what, the 10th of March? I know when it's cold. I have the whole, like, old people thing of, I know when it's gonna be cold because my toe starts hurting. I went to karate for like a year. I was great, but my mum wasn't too interested in it. Made me want to quit. Aw, now the dojo's closed. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a lot for the body. Yes, it is. It's a lot for the mind as well. Like, I'm just constantly aware of things like where my kids are stepping. Because my oldest is kind of, what's a nice way of putting it? She's not really aware of what her body's doing all the time necessarily. So she is prone to just like stepping on me, and that hurts for obvious reasons. So I'm constantly like pulling my feet away from potential standings. She stood on it yesterday, I think it was. I'm just like, ah, sorry, Mum. Okay. No worries, child. I'll just pretend that didn't hurt as much as it did. But yeah, I did taekwondo when I was a teenager, and I've actually been wanting to get back into some kind of martial arts. And I'm using my kid as a way to like test a local martial arts place. I stepped on my boyfriend sometimes because oh. When it's not happening to you, it's easy to forget. That's understandable. This is very square. I'm not liking how this is coming out. I'm trying to manipulate it a bit better, but it's not behaving. That's a bit better. It's still a bit square, but there we go. That's one side. I always do the left side first. Well, their right. And then I try to do the other side, and it just is like not as good. But I need to work my way down to this area. So I do like working from the neck up. It's true, I wasn't suffering exactly. Like, my husband just got over a really big illness where he was out of action for 2.5 weeks. and we're still finding out what caused it. The leading suspicion is a autoimmune response to the COVID booster, which is a bit scary. He didn't have any reactions to the first 2 doses, so it's not certain that that's what it is. But anyway, like I just found it sometimes I had to like consciously remember that he can't do simple things like empty the dishwasher for me, or I don't know, I can't think of another example off the top of my head, but just like all the random things that I would ask him to do normally to help out when he's got 5 minutes to spare or something. He can't really do them at the moment. His needle is definitely a bit too small for this kind of work. Too deep now though. Just being used to something and then not being available is hard, exactly. Especially when it happened during my kids' midwinter break with school. All they wanted to do was play with Dad. And I'm just like, just leave your father alone, he's sick. He needs to rest and get better so that he can play with you. We'll do the tuck behind the ear. It's kind of my signature hair thing at the moment. Gotta go, it's midnight here and I've got work tomorrow. Have a good Friday. You too. Good luck with the stitch. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try and finish this tonight and then I'm gonna go to bed. So you have a good night and thanks so much for having a chat. I'm not holding this in front of the camera very well. Come on. Dang floss. Need to give it some more oomph. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's good on that side. Now let's do the other side. There. So yeah, I started saying it before. I'm using my kids as an excuse. Not really an excuse. Thanks, computer. Thank you. Not really as an excuse because I do want them to give it a try. But they're going to be giving martial arts a try. And I think my oldest is going to have a blast. And I've talked to the owner about, kids with special needs and blah, blah, blah. And how do they take kids with special needs and how do they handle it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm confident that they can handle her. But once my toe gets better, I'm thinking I want to get back into it because it's Not just to like, not for self-defense, but for enjoyment and exercise and all of that. I think that is done. Yay! I was gonna do like little details, like an apple and some books or something like that. But then I realized if I do that, then I'm gonna have to do that for all of the other teacher gifts. And I think there are going to be a lot of them this year because Charlie has a lot of para educators. So no, basically no, we're not doing that. Which reminds me, I need to email her teacher and say, hey, don't ask any questions, but can you send me a photo of all the teachers that Charlie interacts with? I keep falling in my chair a bit. But anyway, that's done. That's 2 pieces finished tonight, and it's 10:30. That's good timing. Now I'm yawning, so extra good timing. But anyway, I think that's good. And very cute. So, yay! I gotta sign it. Let's sign it. While I'm here, and then we'll finish for the night. And then it'll be done. Gotta sign it. Come on. Okay. Where's this screen? There we go. Ta-da! Alright. Well, I'm happy with that. And I am gonna wrap that up for the night. Hooray! So, thanks for thanks for watching, and thanks for the people that hung out and chatted with me. And hopefully next week is not such a crazy Thursday. What is happening next Thursday anyway? Let's have a look quickly. Just the usual Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna trundle off to bed, I think. Thank you very much, and I will see you around the internet.